This is kind of random and doesn't really have to do with this video I'm gonna do, but I was looking at my old notes that I made at the beginning of the year. I never made an actual video for my most anticipated games, but I did make the list, and I wanted to show it to you guys. Look at these games. Look at how many actually came out, and look at the ones that didn't. 2016 was crazy. I really thought it was gonna be, you know, full of these triple A's and these crazy experiences that I've been looking forward to for, you know, so many months or even years. And half of these games didn't even come out. So, and then I even have Recore in here, which, I mean, we'll get to that in a different video. I definitely want to talk about the games that I played this year, the ones I loved, the disappointments, all of that. And I'm sure you can guess where Recore will stand when it comes to that. But just kind of funny, I wanted to show you guys real quick this list. Thought it was interesting. But let's go ahead and get to this video. I wanted to talk about the games I actually got hands-on with at PSX. There's not a lot of them, but I did want to talk about them with you guys. I wanted to let you know the info, the scoop that I got about a few of these games, and just overall how I felt, you know, about these games and my experience with them. So first things first, I went to play Neo immediately as soon as I could. When those doors opened and I was able to get in there, I went straight for Neo. And it took me a minute to find it. It was way in the back over there by Horizon, but I found it, got in line, and as I was waiting, I got to see a couple of the guys playing right there. They got to the boss in the demo, which is a new boss. We haven't seen it before. It wasn't in the beta, at least I don't think. And it was cool. So I got some footage of that just in case I didn't get to the boss, which ended up happening. I didn't get there. But to let you guys know, I didn't completely just play horrible. I turned the controller over after I died twice, and a lot of these guys, they took their sweet time, okay? They were dying constantly, but they let them keep playing. So I didn't want to do that. I wanted to just get my hands on it, experience it. I wasn't trying to, you know, show off or try and get to the end or anything. I just wanted to play it. And so once I died twice, I handed over the controller. I kind of regret it now. I should have just kept playing, but it is what it is. I just wanted to feel this game again. And if you guys played the beta, this game feels just the same. It's so ready to go. I cannot see this game getting delayed again. This game is ready. Even the staff was telling me that yes, it for sure is coming out in February, because I had to ask that. I was like, okay, no more delays, right? And they said, no, this game is coming for sure in February. So I was excited about that. And like I said, if you played the beta, this plays just the same. It's just a different area, and then of course a different boss. And it was cool. I mean, I was just happy to get my hands on it again. I had some trouble at first. I couldn't remember some of the buttons, so I had to ask the staff, how do I block again? And how do I change weapons? And all of that stuff. Changing stance. And there's so much to learn in this game when it comes to the controls, and there's a lot to master. So I cannot wait to get my hands on the full game. But during my time in the demo, like I said, I struggled a little bit just trying to remember the buttons. But then once I got in my groove, I was, you know, taking down enemies and playing, and it was just a good time. I also noticed that there were some secret doors this time, and I don't think that was in the beta, as far as I remember, unless I just missed it. But a little more Dark Souls sprinkled in there as well. There's secret doors now, and secret walls and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool, something that I noticed that was different. But beyond that, it was all pretty much what I seen before, and I just want more of it. So I cannot wait for this game. It's my most anticipated for next year, so man, I can't wait. So yeah, that was Neo. That was my experience with that. Another game I got to check out was Pyre, and this game is the truth. I think this game is going to be such a big hit. It's really, really fun. I was not expecting much when I went into this experience. I just saw that, you know, this was a game that was coming out, and it's kind of a thing, and I don't really know much about it. That's how I went into it, and I played against Kenny. It's a one-on-one kind of thing. You have each team with 3 characters, and you just go up against each other. It's kind of like a soccer game or a basketball game where you have to take this orb and score it into the other person's goal. I don't know the actual terms that they use for it or whatever. I'm sure it's not goal or anything like that, but it's kind of the same idea. And you have to use each character on your team and use their strengths to kind of outsmart or just outplay the other team, the other person. And I thought it was cool. I thought it was really, really fun. I even thought to myself, like, man, I would love to play against Char with this game. I think we'd have a blast. Like, just any friend that I have, I think this would just be a really fun game to play, and it's definitely on my radar now. Like I said, I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't really have any expectations with this game, but now that I've seen it, I've played it, it's on my radar for sure. This is a really fun game, and yeah, I can't wait for it. Another really fun game that we played was 3-on-3 Freestyle. This is a basketball game, arcade style. Reminded me a lot of the games I played when I was younger, and just the fact that I love basketball and I used to play basketball, I'm always open to it. You know, I'm not really into like the simulation type of stuff, you know, the 2Ks and all of that. I like the arcade, kind of goofy, you know, kind of exaggerated sports games. I've always kind of liked those better. Like back in the day, I used to play NFL Blitz like crazy. That was one of my favorite games on, I believe it was the 64. I would rent it any chance I got, and I would play it all the time. So when it comes to these really goofy, just flat out exaggerated sports games, I enjoy that. I like watching sports. I love watching sports, but playing and trying to make it, you know, realistic on a video game, it just doesn't really appeal to me as much as these do. And this game is definitely one that I want to play with friends because it's just a blast. It's 3-on-3, of course. You each select your own character. Some characters, they have their strengths. Like, for example, I think the character I had, the first girl, she was really good at 3-pointers. And then you have the taller, kind of bigger guys. They're more so in the paint. They're the ones that are gonna, you know, do all the dunks and stuff like that and get the rebounds. And, you know, they all have their strengths. So what you want to do is kind of balance your team. Even the staff was telling us, like, maybe you guys should, you know, have this character. And then if you're that one, then okay, then you should have this other one. They're kind of giving us the scoop on that. And then each character has their own kind of, I guess, moves. I don't really remember. I remember looking at the control scheme because they have the scheme for each character and they all had kind of different stuff going on. I can't really remember exactly what, but I just know that each character had some different moves. And of course that again plays to their strengths and all of that. So once we had our team, we went against another team of 3 who were on the opposite side. We couldn't really see them, but we knew who they were and who we were playing, and it was cool. It was competitive. I felt like we were, you know, really working together. It was me, Kenny, and this other guy we didn't even know. We just walked up there and started playing with him, and we were doing really good. We won, of course. I mean, Kenny, he's doing his thing. I know my basketball, so I'm doing my thing, and we're all doing really well as far as getting rebounds and stuff like that. When you do get a rebound, actually, you have to bring it outside the 3-point line, kind of like a half-court game, pretty much. And that made it more interesting, made it more competitive, and it was just a good time. I really, really like this game. And if you guys want to play it, you know, I think it's on PSN right now. If anybody wants to play, hit me up. I think it'd be a good time. Another really fun game that we played was Future Grind. I talked about this in my tour video a little bit, so if you missed that, let me just go ahead and tell you guys. I'm trying to think how to explain it. It's kind of like this double-sided unicycle. At least that's how I thought of it. It's like this kind of jet, I don't even know, like bike thing. And each wheel has a different color. I think it's pink and blue, the one we played. I don't know if the colors will change as other levels come up. I'm assuming it'll get harder that way. Maybe the wheels will change colors as you go, who knows. So what it is there's these rails that you're driving on, and you have to have the right color of your wheel to hit the right color of those rails. So if you come up to a pink rail, you have to flip, possibly have to flip, unless you already have the color already there, to the pink wheel. That way when you hit it, you'll have the right color and you can keep going. If you have the wrong color, then you're gonna crash and it's not gonna let you keep going. So it's like a time trial kind of, you know, personal challenge type of game. I'm sure you're gonna have to beat your own scores. Probably there is gonna be some leaderboards that you can go up against, and you can do tricks too to get even more points. Kenny was trying to do that a lot and he was failing, but I'm sure there's a lot to master here. It's real easy to pick up, kind of have fun with. You'll crash a lot, but you keep wanting to play. So yeah, really fun game. I'm keeping my eye on this one. You guys should do the same. I'm looking at the little card here that we got when we were there, and it says it's coming out to PS4 and Steam in 2017. So I don't think it has an official date, but it does have 2017. So yeah, keep on the lookout for this game, you guys. Alright, now on to the big boys. These are the big games that we got to play. And I call this game big because the scale of it is very impressive. The battlefield and just how big these ships are and everything, very, very impressive. This is Dreadnought, you guys. This was shown during the Sony conference, or the keynote, or I think they're calling it the showcase now. The Sony showcase, this was shown. And when we were watching it, I noticed that the frame rates were kind of bad at times. I was like, man, this looks like a slideshow, and I really didn't expect much from this game. I just felt like, okay, maybe it's not ready yet. But then when we went on the floor, it was there. And so I was like, you know what, let's check this game out. So me and Kenny, we played on a team with 4 other people. I'm pretty sure it was 6-on-6. And it was awesome. The frame rates didn't have any problems, at least I didn't notice. It felt smooth, and it looked really good. As far as the scale, like I said, it was very impressive. The graphics looked great. The sound effects, just everything about this game was really impressive, and I never even heard of it before. So, man, I really wish I was looking more into it. I could have been more, you know, in anticipation, but now I'm on board. I really do think this is a game that I could fall in love with, and I'm not used to playing games like this. To me, I look at a game like this and I think, this is kind of like a PC game, or this is like a strategy game or something. Like, this is something that is not really up my alley, but after playing it, I could really get into something like this. It was fun, and I actually did really well. I was thinking, man, you know what? I'm probably gonna get my butt kicked. I don't know how to play this game. I don't play games like this. But I went 5-1. I actually did good. I took down 5 other ships all by myself. At least a couple of them. I was going in. I was shooting my missiles like crazy. I was trying to just outmaneuver them because these are huge ships, so they move kind of slow at times, and you have to ascend and descend at certain points. I think that was the bumper buttons for that. And then each ship has their own set of missiles and different kinds of attacks. And I think like shields and things like that. So I tried to pick the most balanced ship, at least what I thought would be the most balanced. And I think it helped me in the end. I didn't really die a lot or anything like that. And with the help of my team, we just dominated. I mean, we really did. I think one guy on my team had like 9 kills or something like that. It was crazy. I just kept seeing the other team just going down constantly. And so, yeah, we did really well. It was a really good time. This is a game that I definitely am going to keep my eyes on, and I want to play more. So I encourage you guys, do the same. Keep your eyes on this game. Don't pay too much attention to those frame rate drops during the presentation, because when we played it, I mean, of course, it's a LAN thing. It's not online with Wi-Fi or anything, but playing against that other team, I mean, it looked really smooth. It played really well. Alright, and then finally we got to get our hands on the one, the only Horizon Zero Dawn. This game is gorgeous. We played on a regular PS4, and I thought, damn, this is nice. Like, it looked really, really clean, crisp, the colors were vibrant, they popped. It was just a really good looking game. And then on the side, somewhere in that TV section, they had these 4K TVs with HDR and PS4 Pros and all of that. They had Horizon on over there, and it looks even better. I mean, it's still gorgeous on the regular PS4, but if you do have the Pro, I mean, I don't even know if it's confirmed there's going to be like a huge difference, but I saw a huge difference. It looks really clean on the Pro. So both versions are gorgeous, no matter what you have. I have the regular, and I'm not even stressed about it. I'm thinking this game is beautiful, because it really is, and I'm so happy I got to play it finally. I've been looking forward to this game, and just being able to get my hands on it just felt amazing. So I did write about this game. If you want to check out my article, it's over at sheattack.com. I talked a little more in depth about the controls and how everything just felt really good as far as using the weapon wheel and using the skills of this protagonist. I didn't even know her name until recently, which is Alloy, I think. And just using everything that she has, all the different weapons, the different arrows, being able to hotwire some of the robots was pretty cool. And it just felt good. It just felt easy to pick up. The control scheme made perfect sense. Everything I thought to do, my fingers just reacted and picked the right button. It was just completely natural. If you're even somewhat of a gamer, even if you're casual, if you played any game similar to this, whatever you think is going to be activating the weapon wheel or the jump, or of course all those other basic controls, it's probably right. You're gonna press the right button. It's just natural, and like I said, very easy to pick up. And just hunting down these robots felt really, really good. I was kind of thinking to myself, I don't know why I'm doing this. I kind of wish I had some context here, or some kind of, maybe even a tease of storyline, but there wasn't any of that. It was just a demo about the combat, really. It was just to show the combat, giving us the chance to hunt, giving us the chance to just feel out these controls, see the graphics, and that's pretty much all it was. So I'm really looking forward to just what this story is even about, why Aloy is doing what she's doing, why we're hunting these robots, what's going on. I just want to know more about that. But in the meantime, just being able to feel out these controls and hunt a little bit and check out what this game just feels like. I mean, I can't ask for anything better. It feels perfect. So I really focused on that in my article, and I'm saying the same here in this video. Like, you guys are going to be really impressed. I think you're really going to love this combat. It feels great. And just being able to dodge and maneuver and get around these robots feels really good. It's fair. It's not like I was getting overwhelmed with all these robots or anything. It feels like it's gonna happen because the music gets really intense and stuff like that. You feel like you're getting sniffed out, like, man, they can see me, they can hear me. And you get this kind of like nervousness, but the game is fair. It's not like they just start all of them attacking you at once or anything like that. You can find ways to get around them and hunt them down, and in the end be smarter than them. And I just thought that was really, really impressive. So I'm really on board with this game now. I was looking forward to it before, but even more so now, and I just can't wait for it to come out. So that's pretty much it, you guys. That's the games that I got my hands on with. I hope you liked this video. Let me know if you have any more questions, and hopefully I can answer. There's probably a lot I left out when it comes to these games, but if you have a question, go ahead and ask me. I'll do my best to answer that. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you in my next video. Peace.